I'm going to address their own case. I'm going to address the fiat argument. I'm just a perm, and then I'm going to go into my case arguments.
Okay.
Okay. In response to their on-case arguments talk about this giant impact of extinction, but this will happen regardless if the state is, if their plan is put in place or not, because of the fact that the state is causing these problems. So their on-case arguments that say that they should move across the flow is ridiculous because of the fact that the state is the one that is causing this argument. They argue fiat abuse in Gizan E98, but that is not true at all. How are we fiat abusing? If anything, they are the ones that cannot answer our argument because of the fact that they are missing the entire point. Our point is to talk about how the government is the reason why state is happening. They have not addressed what's wrong with the government. They haven't even suggested anything. If they're going to perm our plan in a time frame perm, they're admitting that something is wrong with the government and admitting that the government structure is the sole reason why these impacts are happening. And they don't even put into play why things such as dehumanization is happening in these jails. As stated in my Boycott 13 card, which directly links to their case, and I'll quote it, the human rights experts indefinitely detained, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment. That's direct dehumanization right there. They have dropped that entire argument, which is why it should be moved across the flow. They talk about how my links are not direct link to the plan. It is a direct link to the plan because of the alternative, because of the fact that it is talking about how government is the direct cause of the argument. So they have not significantly shown why their plan is not, our plan is not going to work. Going on to our advantage one, the violence thing. Violence. Ellis 1997 should be moved across the flow because of the fact that they yet to talk about the morals of our citizens and how they're going to impact society. The violence that government forces upon the people in order to participate. The bound card should be moved across the flow because of the fact that they have yet to answer how government is manipulating the society. Going on to advantage two. Peaceful reconstruction in order to live by liberties of active civil disobedience. Keaton 95. They've yet to answer how they've said multiple times why their plan is going to work and all this, but they have yet to say why the fact that people don't have a peaceful state of mind and nature, which is why it should be moved across the flow. Our Martin Luther King 1961 card with we must civilly disobey in nonviolent means. They agree with me in the cross-text that Martin Luther King did peaceful protests and went against the state. So that should be moved across the flow because they have yet to answer that. And finally, our BAL 10 card, civil disobedience is proven a successful method of bringing about the case, should be moved across the flow because those are exact arguments that show why civil disobedience is, in fact, a good alternative to the state because of the fact that the state controls the morals of these people. They were saying that they were going to use a time frame perm in order for a time frame perm to work, they would take away government structure completely, which is goes against 100% what their plan is saying. They refer to Article 3 in their plan of the Constitution. Article 3 of the Constitution is a government document, which is why they should not use government documents as as their argument. Government documents is affiliated with government, and our plan 100% does not have to do with government. They're talking about vagueness in our plan. Our plan is not vague. We are saying that the entire world drops government because government is the whole sole factor why this is happening. There is no vagueness in our plan whatsoever. They do not understand our plan, and they are trying to say why it will not work. They have yet to find anything in our plan that will not work because of the fact that the state will be dropped and everything will be okay. And they are saying how, there are going to be wars still, right, when it happens. How do you know that? If every military was disarmed and everything through the states, there will be no war because of the fact that they have no reason to fight. What's the reason to fight? The reason for terrorists attacking the United States is because of the fact that they're mad at the United States, not the United States people. They have no card to support their evidence why there's if we suddenly stop war, they say, yeah, right now, the violence will continue. So that goes directly against their own plan because violence will continue even if their plan is implemented. Our impact outweighs their impact in our case. We have dehumanization and nuclear war. They have an extinction impact. Dehumanization outweighs extinction in every single way. No one should be dehumanized ever in the world. They were saying how U.S. citizens, how terrorists in their plan are pretty much they're saying how terrorists are targeted because of the fact, maybe by their religion, by their race, but in their region. They're saying just because a person, U.S. citizen, cannot be a terrorist, a U.S. citizen can be a terrorist, so why shouldn't they not be tried under the same law as these terrorists? It's something called domestic terrorism, and they fail to even mention that. They say that terrorists are, they have a select group of terrorists in a list. What is this list? Where have we seen it? They have not showed this list. They have yet to show significant evidence why this will work, why this will fail. So I am telling you why this will fail, because of the fact that the government is the sole leading factor. The government is targeting citizens. It is dehumanizing them. It's shown in Guantanamo, in all these prisons that they are talking about. Dehumanization is still happening in their plan, and that is said in the cross-ex multiple times. They have admitted to dehumanization still happening in their plan. Why, in fact, should we have their plan if dehumanization is happening? Because dehumanization is the greatest impact of all. They failed to answer my questions. So, Judge, I just tell you, please vote neg. Thank you.
All right, the app has 7 minutes of prep left.